This is a quick explainer that will help you answer the homework question that you're being set for the exam question that is on the screen. And what you've been asked to do is explain, and I'll just have a look at the question here, the changes in weather that Glasgow will experience in the next 24 hours. And when we look at this question, you can see Glasgow on our weather map here. So we should be able to now understand what the weather in Glasgow is likely to be based on right now. But of course, weather is always moving, and this arrow here shows us in what direction everything is moving on this map. So it's heading towards the northeast. That means the isobars, the weather fronts, everything that is over currently on the left-hand side or to the west of Glasgow is going to move across Glasgow. So when you are describing a change in the weather, the first thing you want to do is identify which bit of the weather you are describing, and you'll see I've given you some instructions here, and it's important you read these. So you want to talk about these 5 characteristics. So if we take temperature, for example, how could the temperature be changing in Glasgow in the next 24 hours? Well, we need to know something about the temperature in Glasgow right now, and we can see that it's in this side of the weather system, so it's in a cold air mass. So that should give us an indication of something to do with the temperature. But this warm front will then arrive, which will do something to the temperature. Glasgow will then, for a period of time, sit in this area here of the warm sector wedge. And then at some point later in the day, the cold front will arrive, and that will then have an impact on the temperature. And then Glasgow will be sitting in this area, because this area here will be sitting over Glasgow by the end of the day. Anything you want to say about temperature, of course, you do want to reflect that it is February, so you don't want to talk about temperatures getting very hot, because of course that would never clearly happen in February. So I've given you a tip there. A good answer will cover all of these 5 elements, and we'll talk about at least 2 changes for each one. So rainfall will undergo at least 2, if not more, changes, and you need to not just describe those changes, whether it starts raining steadily or heavily, or stops raining, but you need to say why, and your reasons need to be linked to your knowledge of weather fronts, isobars, and the fact that this is a cold air mass and this is a warm air mass. Good luck.